Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we be tackling a topic that is crucial for any outdoor enthusiast. How to survive a sudden mountain storm. Picture this. You're on a beautiful hike, the sun is shining, and then, out of nowhere, the sky turns dark, the wind picks up, and you're caught in a storm. It's a scary situation, but with the right knowledge, you can stay safe. So, let's dive into the essential steps to get you through it. First things first, preparation is your best friend. Before you even set foot on the trail, check the weather forecast, not just for the morning, but for the entire day. Mountain weather is notoriously unpredictable and can change in an instant. Look for forecasts, specifically for the elevation you'll be at. Also, tell someone your route and your expected return time. This is a non-negotiable safety rule. Pack a reliable communication device, like a satellite messenger or a personal locator beacon. Especially if you're heading into an area with no cell service. Your gear is just as important. A waterproof jacket and pants are absolute must-haves. Even on a sunny day, pack layers, a hat, gloves, and an emergency blanket. These items weigh next to nothing but can be lifesavers if you get stuck. Now, let's say you've done all that, but a storm still rolls in unexpectedly. What are the first signs? Pay attention to the clouds. Rapidly building, dark, towering clouds, especially cumulonimbus clouds that look like giant anvils, are a major red flag. A sudden drop in temperature and a significant increase in wind speed are also clear indicators that a storm is approaching. You might even feel a change in the air pressure. Your senses are your best early warning system. So stay alert and aware of your Don't just focus on the path ahead. Look up at the sky and listen to the wind. If you hear thunder, even a distant rumble, that's your cue to take immediate action. Lightning can strike miles away from the core of a storm. So, you see the storm coming. The number one priority is to get to a safer location. If you're near or above the tree line, your goal is to get down. Exposed ridges, peaks, and high-elevation meadows are the most dangerous places to be during a thunderstorm. Descend as quickly and safely as you can. Avoid taking shortcuts down steep unfamiliar terrain, as that can lead to slips and falls, which is the last thing you need. If you're near your car, or a sturdy building like a visitor center or a ranger station, that is your best and safest option. Get inside and wait out the storm. A car with a hard top, not a convertible, acts as a Faraday cage, which will protect you from a lightning strike. Just make sure to keep the windows rolled up and don't touch any metal parts. But what if you're deep in the backcountry and there's no shelter or car in sight? This is where your knowledge really comes into play. You still need to get to a lower elevation. Look for a dense stand of trees of uniform height, but avoid being near the tallest tree in the group, as it's more likely to be struck by lightning. A valley or a ravine is generally safer than an open field. Once you find a relatively safe spot, you need to minimize your risk of a lightning strike. Don't lie down on the ground. This increases your contact with the ground, making you a bigger target for ground currents if lightning strikes nearby. Instead, crouch down in what's called the lightning position. Squat down on the balls of your feet, with your heels together. This minimizes your contact with the ground. Tuck your head to your chest and cover your ears with your hands to protect your hearing from the loud thunder. It's also crucial to know what to avoid. Stay away from water. Lakes, rivers, and even small streams are excellent conductors of electricity. Also, get away from isolated tall objects, like a single tree in a meadow, a telephone pole, or a rock pinnacle. Metal objects are also a no-go. That includes things like metal frame backpacks, trekking poles, and even wire fences. Drop them and move at least 100 feet away. If you're hiking in a group, spread out. Maintain a distance of at least 50 to 100 feet between each person. This way, if one person is struck by lightning, the others are far enough away to be unharmed and can provide assistance. It sounds a bit grim, but it's a vital safety measure that could save lives. Now let's talk about the other dangers of a mountain storm. Wind, rain, and cold. These can lead to hypothermia, which is a life-threatening condition where your body loses heat faster than it can produce it. This is why those waterproof layers and extra clothing are so important. As soon as it starts raining, put on your waterproof gear. Don't wait until you're already wet. If you get soaked, your body will lose heat much faster. Find a spot that offers some shelter from the wind and rain, like behind a large boulder or in a thicket of dense shrubs. Put on your extra layers. hat, and gloves. Eat a high-energy snack. Your body needs fuel to generate heat. An emergency blanket can be wrapped around you to trap body heat and provide an extra layer of protection from the elements. Stay as dry and warm as you possibly can. What happens if someone in your group does get struck by lightning? It's a terrifying thought, but knowing what to do is critical. First, people who have been struck by lightning do not carry an electrical charge and are safe to touch. Check if they're breathing and have a pulse. If not, begin CPR immediately. If you are trained, call for help using your emergency communication device as soon as it is safe to do so. Look for and treat any other injuries, such as burns or fractures. Keep the person warm and as comfortable as possible until help arrives. Knowing basic first aid can make all the difference in a situation like this. I highly recommend everyone who spends time outdoors take a wilderness first aid course. Once the storm passes, don't be in a rush to get back on the trail. Wait at least 30 minutes after the last clap of thunder before you start moving again. Storms can often circle back, or a second storm cell might be right behind the first one. Use this time to assess your situation. Are you or anyone in your group injured? Is your gear wet or damaged? Check your map and plan your next move. It might be safer to head back the way you came rather than continuing on your planned route, especially if the trail conditions have become hazardous due to heavy rain. Be extra cautious of flash floods in low-lying areas and ravines, and be aware of the potential for landslides or rockfalls on steep slopes. Your post-storm journey requires just as much caution as sheltering during the storm itself. So, to recap the key points, always check the weather and prepare with the right gear. At the first sign of a storm, get to a lower elevation. Seek shelter in a building or car if possible. If not, find a low spot away from water and isolated tall objects. Crouch in the lightning position and spread out from your group. Stay warm and dry to prevent hypothermia. And finally, wait 30 minutes after the storm passes before continuing your journey with caution. Following these steps can turn a potentially deadly situation into a manageable one. It's all about being prepared, staying calm, and making smart decisions. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this information helpful. Being prepared for the unexpected is the hallmark of a responsible adventurer. Stay safe out there on the trails, and remember to respect the power of the mountains. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on outdoor safety and skills, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.